What up, my freaks? RuinousInsight here with part 103 of my Total Warhammer 3 Boris Ursus and Uragni Zinoviev campaign. So as we saw last time, Uragni finally got himself a fight with Skarbrand, who came very close to the Altar of Spawns, only to be destroyed by Uragni's army, and not even the cursed unit of armored Kossars died. In fact, just before I forget, let's see if they die again. There we go. Yeah, that works. I was thinking maybe I could think of something better to name them at, but yeah, that works. Uragni got the buff for Skarbrand. What we didn't get to do last time is finish the turn, which will be nice because it should buff up our money by at least 1,000 to 2,000 gold next turn because of the way that we've changed up all of our atamans, which we will see shortly. The only thing that remains before ending the turn is to start building up our new army, which we've been planning for a while, and it's going to be our ranged army. In that light, let's see. First of all, we want to get our allies in here. So Karakadrin, we want to get 2 units of Iron Drake. Damn it. 2 units of Iron Drakes for the ranged army. Then we want to get at least 3 units of Little Groms, 6 units. Then we will obviously want to get a decent number of Ice Guard, as they will be both the melee and the range for this army. And you know what? Maybe we'll get 3 Streltsy in here as well. This is going to be guns, arrows, cannons, everything. Not like Serena Katrin's army. And we will probably not need any Patriarchs in here, but we might want to get 1 or 2, possibly, Ice Witches, just like the other army. I'll think about the number of Ice Witches that we need in here, but either way, we still have room to build more Ice Guard. So in that light, I guess the question is, do we want to build any War Sleds here? We can do a couple, and just to chase stuff down, but I don't think we should go too heavy on the War Sleds, even though they do add some nice armor-piercing range damage. You know what, let's get 2 heavy War Sleds in here, and then we build 4 Ice Guard with Glaives, which leaves 2 more spaces, which we can fill up with 2 Frost Maidens if we have the space. And then if we don't, we'll just build another Ice Guard. That seems good to me. This will be our new army, our new extremely expensive army, but hopefully it'll be a good one. I'm excited to use Iron Drakes because I love I love all the flamethrower units. They're just so fun to watch. It's absolutely glorious. Now, what do we have to do this turn? I think that's it. I think we're done. The buildings are good, the armies and the heroes have all moved, so I think we're ready to end the turn. Alrighty, which will also complete our research for bear baiting. Ooh, that's nice. That's very nice. In fact, wait, I want to see something. I was thinking about replacing these 2 Griffin Legion and this particular army with a couple of Warbear units. We need anti-large here, and these guys just don't serve the... they just don't serve that purpose, unfortunately. Especially since we've now built an army that is much more focused on Griffin Legion. I think this is probably a better idea to do so like this. So, you're gonna get a couple of Warbear Riders, and I'm tempted to replace the Mortar with another Little Grom, and maybe even replace these Kossars with either Streltsy. Though if we do, we would have no way to fire over stuff, which is not so great against Tzeentchian forces. You know, I gotta think about that one. Maybe we just delete 2 of them and get 2 Streltsy in here, just for that little bit of extra armor piercing against really heavy targets. Or we could replace a couple of the armored Kossars, but you know, this particular army needs some kind of melee line, especially as I don't want it to be identical to other armies. But it also needs to be powerful enough to actually take on the enemies that it fights, which has been kind of an issue lately. Yeah, you know what, let's delete those 2 and let's get a couple Streltsy in here, and I might even take these guys out and replace them with a couple of Zargard with with Glaives. You know what, let's just do it right now.
I have no patience for...
It's not like we're running out of cash here. That did actually spend a lot of cash, but this army should be a lot stronger. And you know what? Mortars are great, don't get me wrong. And we did spend quite a bit of money on them. Now, then again, since we've taken out a bunch of units, but the Little Groms always get so much more kills, and the AI is really good at dodging mortars, and kind of terrible at dodging Little Groms. So yeah, you know what? Get another Little Grom in there. Alright, that's a better army. And later on, we'll probably just replace the little Groms with Hellstorm rocket batteries. Either way, so yeah. Okay, now we're ready to go. This is gonna go. Oh man, I just realized this is going to make our money drop considerably lower, so we won't be able to see what exactly the Atamans will do. You know what? At the very least, what I want to see is you're at 5.3k Wolflands. Let's see what Wolflands is after we end the turn. Hopefully we don't get attacked, because I'll forget the number. We got attacked, and I'll forget the number. Alright, so we got a siege. I would normally say we should probably do a cinematic battle, but honestly, they have no chance here. They have nothing like any kind of chance, especially since most of their army is full of Nurglings, so we're just gonna fight this regular style, and, well, just not really control the army so much. On top of that, Nurglings can't go into towers, and I believe, well, even if they have a tower for every single one of these infantry units, they're not gonna be able to do anything about this. They should have sieged way, way longer. The Soul Grinders are, of course, still a threat, but that's the only threat, really. Oh, plus Kugath himself, of course. Alrighty, everybody here go into the center until we figure out what we want to do. How many units are over on this side? A couple units of Plague Bearers, that's fine. We will put, let's say... I mean, the Kossars should be able to take care of this, so let's put you here, Kossars. And let's put you here. Alright, the towers should be attacking that. I hope that there isn't any hidden units there. I'm kind of tempted to put, like, an armored Kossar unit here, but I know... I don't think it's super necessary, rather. Just do that. Hopefully... Oh, wait, you haven't actually activated those towers. Try harder. There we go. You will be able to attack the towers, you will be able to attack the towers, you will not, actually. Oh. Well... Not after a few seconds. Will this be enough to bring them down? You know what, just in case, let's put the armored Kossars here. We could always move them back afterwards, even though the main army is on this side. And then we'll put more armored Kossars here. Although this is a lot safer, because there's way more towers on this side, so we won't need as many Kossars here, I think. Let's say something like this. And is that good? We want most of our units here. Maybe one more Kossar unit, just in case. Hard to say which way will be better. You know what, let's do this and then this. And then like so. Yeah, alright, that looks good to me. So this is the last Kossar unit. We can also, just to make sure that this works out, use one of our Kossovite dervishes here to make sure that the towers can't move. Our winged lancers are going to start over on this side, and they're going to move through the gate to help out in several directions. Then, several things. First of all, you are going to be a magic tower. Ooh, or, you know what? I've had bad luck with the magic towers, even though against the Nurglings, they might be okay. You know, hard to say. Hard to say, but, you know, it's Kugath that's going to be the problem, so still thinking that the Piercing Tower X2 is probably still the way to go. There we go. We'll just keep building piercing towers everywhere, I guess. It's worked for us many a time before, and I don't see why we'd stop it now. Alrighty, so now we have you guys and you three as our ranged options. We have Zargard, which are going to be on the gates here and here. Hey, here and here. There we go. Plus we have our Patriarch, which we don't want to die, so we're just going to keep them back. Not even, you know what, maybe back here somewhere. Alrighty, then. Let's go, well, the Soul Grinders are going to do a number on our poor units on the wall, so you know what, we should probably spread them out a little bit. Like so. Like so. No more than 3 ranks deep, I think. And like so. And there we go. And then the other unit of Ice Guard can go, well, I'd love to put them here, but it doesn't really work as well. I mean, that's okay. Nah, one shot from the enemy Soul Grinder is just gonna destroy this little blob here. Unless we can do something. Ah, wait. I'm probably overthinking this, I gotta say. You know what, let's just leave you here. Oh, actually, that works. No, minus the fact that you're facing kind of the wrong way. Okay, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna put you here, and we're just gonna put one of the Streltsy units here. But... Okay, camera. I really wish you didn't keep going over there, because it's kind of freaking me out. Let's do... do that. Good enough. And then you guys can go a little bit further, like so. And then we got a couple more of these ranged units here. Wait. I set you up in the wrong place. Okay, my bad. And then you and you are gonna go here and here. And that's all the towers on this side, right? Yes, it is. Alright, we just gotta make sure that those Forsaken die. Alrighty, and let's hope that the enemy doesn't break through those gates too fast. Let's get to it. Yeah, start battle. Okay, you're gonna move out here. You're gonna move out here. You are gonna move out and block one of these towers. And then we just wait for the enemy towers to die. Hopefully that works out. Ooh, yeah, our Ice Guard already taking damage. You will hopefully have stopped after this. Alright. Focus down this one best you can. The other one not so important. You try to block one of these towers, the one that's taken less damage, I guess. And then you two get ready to support against the main army. Looks like the enemy plague drones are in pretty bad shape already. Hopefully they'll die shortly. Yeah, the bombardments coming in are obviously unfortunate. Let us then summon our elemental bear. We need to stop that ram. Once the ram is done, the enemy can't win. Alright, breathe on the ram. And then let's have you and you attack this. Alright, there's the breath. Looking pretty good, actually. I gotta destroy those units. And you guys, I wanted you to charge. I mean, it doesn't actually matter if you die. You can just tie up those soul grinders. That might be a decent touch. Oh, no. You guys, please destroy that. Come on. 4 HP. Okay, you get out now. Ah, there we go. They both died. Beautiful. How are we on this side, incidentally? Okay, you can block that tower. Alright, looking pretty good to me. And then you guys can move here because you're no longer needed on that side. How are we over on this side? Good. Go tie up those soul grinders. I don't necessarily want Kugat tied up as much. And I believe the ram is dead. I'll probably use some casters, man. A couple casts in this would be perfect. But yeah, the fact this is distracting the enemy so badly is working out really well for us. Alright, go after the soul grind. Oh, damn it, stream of corruption. Alright, move out. Move out. Move to your deaths, but, you know, once again, it's fine. Enemies' ladders have docked on the walls. That ain't so great. Okay, you guys get ready to charge Soul Grinder from this direction. Charge, and charge. There we go. And just stay there until you're no longer of use. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, wow, these guys really just completely got through? Damn. I was not expecting that. Impressive. A unit has been wiped out. Oh, that's the summoned unit. Yeah, that's fine. And you're gonna be dead shortly. In fact, you can move away now, Kosovo Dervishes. Just run out here somewhere. We need another piercing tower up right back here. And, well, you're gonna move here, I guess. Okay, the Plague Bearers are gonna destroy this, so we're going to need to react to this most likely. On the bright side, most of the units on this side will be pretty much done for. And we'll just have to make sure that we move and delete the Plague Bearers over on the other side. Alright, good. Beast of Nurgle is dead. And how are you doing? Gotta kill those Exalted Plague Bearers. You are no longer needed here. Move to fight those Plague Bearers. You're gonna do the same thing. You guys presumably are getting at least a few free shots into them. Armored Kossars, please attack. I perhaps should have gotten another unit over on this. I thought I did 3, but apparently I did 2. Whoops. I don't know what I did with the last unit. My bad. You know what? Let's send the Zarguard over there to deal with this. And let's see. The spawn are in bad shape. Well, there's still a few Nurglings left alive. Looks like the spawn might actually survive here. Alright, well, keep that going as it is. How are we doing back here? Surprisingly, the Plague Bearers aren't trying to move past the walls and into the city, which is usually what the AI does. This is a very rare situation for them not to do that. You guys go here. You guys move in front of the gate, and I don't think we need either of you two here, so you can move back there. Lovely. Okay, what did I do with the Kislev dervishes? You guys are back here. I was expecting these guys to do something. You know what? You get off the wall. Get off the wall. Then we're going to move our winged lancers here, and we're going to pincer them. And we should also probably get up another tower, let's say, here. Nurglings are getting destroyed. There is a unit of... Damn, okay, you know what? Zargard, push out. Don't let them destroy that gate. It's nearly dead. Because if the gate is destroyed, Kugath and quite a few Nurglings are going to move in. And there we go. Fight those spawn before they destroy it. Outside 50 HP and it's done, which means the enemy moves now. We probably then want to get more piercing towers. There's another one we can build here. I guess it depends on whether we need it for fighting these plague bearers or not. I don't think we do. I think we're okay. So that means we'll build another one here. Although its ability to hit anything looks pretty bad. You know what? This one's probably better. Alright, Zargard moving in. Kislev dervishes and winged lancers moving in. Get ready to fight those plague bearers. How are we doing out here? You guys need to move away so that you don't die. And then we're going to have to wait until the enemy actually runs out of ammunition on the soul grinders, won't we? Well, oh well. You're actually out of ammunition, so you can move down here, I guess? Or is it better that you die? I'm not entirely sure. You know what, just stay as you are. Alrighty, get ready to hit this. Zargard, get ready to charge. You guys get ready to hit them in the back. Winged Lancers, get ready to hit them in the sides. Make use of your speed. Fortunately, this unit is done for, and I don't know what's going on here, but the enemy should be done for as well. You guys can move in to support. I'm really tempted to speed this up, but maybe we could just watch this little fight here. And those Zargard move slow. Alright, you guys, get ready to hit them in the sides. Kislev dervishes, get ready to hit them in the back. There we go. Who were they trying to react to? Alright, deep into that formation with the Winged Lancers. And then charge out a little bit, and then charge them again. While the Kislev dervishes try to get to work as well. Alrighty, move. A few of you are gonna die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. And everybody attack these plague bearers. Beautiful. Okay, that unit should be dead. This unit should be dead. Now it's just a matter of killing the soul grinders and the other stuff. Fortunately, the soul grinders are currently being focused by all the towers. So they're doing an okay job at killing our own units, but what can you do? And, the Nurglings are through. Go help kill them as well. Ice Guard, get off the walls. Or at least this Ice Guard unit, get off the walls and help out with that, would you? And can we build another tower? We can shortly. Question is where? Can we build one here? No. Anywhere where Kugath might have to move through. He's very slow, so just build a piercing tower here. Basically, make a road of piercing towers all the way back to the starting position. Everybody else move in. We're done on this side, and I believe we should be done on this side as well. No? No, they're still fighting. Man, impressive. Alrighty, first the Soul Grinder should be just about dead, and you know what, this is going to take forever, so I'm just going to speed this up to max for a little while. Oh, they're attacking our Zargard here. I didn't realize they could actually see through this. Damn, good job. Good job, AI. You guys block this off, and then let's speed it back up. Just wait for the towers to do damage. Huh, one of the towers might actually die like this. They're going to run out of ammo before they move in, aren't they? Damn. Yeah, these towers are really terrible at hurting elite units like Soul Grinders, aren't they? And wow, I'm impressed that the Plague Bearers are still fighting up here. Probably could have sent you to help out with this a little bit. Maybe move here and get a few shots into them. Oh, we can build another piercing tower, though, which is always lovely. I'm actually kind of tempted to block these off in case the enemy comes near. You know what, let's do that. Let's go for not a barricade monument, but a barricade platform. Or just a straight up blocker. You know, just go straight up blocker. It's not like we're gonna have ranged units available anyway. Ah, there goes that tower. And, well, few remaining units. You guys actually still have ammunition, though. Maybe we'll swap you out a little bit. Once Kugath comes near, we'll actually be able to get some use out of you. He's not being banished as yet. And we still have a Soul Grinder to kill. But we should speed this up, because otherwise this battle is taking forever, and it really shouldn't. Alright, there we go. Move in and start dissipating, and then Kugath will be the last on the field, and he's gonna get banished as well before he even fights. Sorry, Kugath. Although he certainly hurt this garrison, no doubt about that. And we built all those piercing towers, we didn't even get any use out of them. Kind of a shame. Alright, well, he's gonna take a while to get banished, isn't he? Oh, he's using the frickin' potion of healing. And even though he's wavering, he's not down for the count yet. But he should be. There we go. Now he's banished. They're gonna probably take a while to get killed, but fine. Ranged units, move in, where you can do some damage. There we go. Help out the armor-piercing units. Probably send one unit out to deal with him, but maybe it's fine. Ooh, and this might allow our piercing tower to actually attack him. Alright, move the Zarguard in, move more Zarguard in, there we go, piercing tower, he's gonna summon stuff. I want the Winged Lancers in, the Kossars with spears, basically everything here, just everything attack him. Except the Kossovite Dervishes, don't want you bothering. You're just gonna get in the way. Alright, now it's just a matter of time before Kugath dies, hopefully he doesn't regen too much. And there we go, oh! He's gonna hit you, let's buff everybody up. Nah, he's only got 2.6k HP. He shouldn't have time to kill everything, even with Plague Father's Oration. As long as he doesn't cast the Blight Boil right on top of us here. Now he's just holding some Nurglings and, you know, splashing them apart. There we go. Pyrrhic victory. Easy enough. Even after all that, he would have had to move through our entire city with, like, 6 piercing towers firing at him the entire time. It would have never happened. Alright, come on now. There we go. Let's find a battle where the enemy has an actual chance. Healing up is not a lot of value right now. We did just spend a ton of money. But, you know what, the casualty I don't know whether this actually applies to cities, but I'm not willing to risk it, and neither do I know about the Execute Captive, so let's just go Saliak Provides. There we go. Oracles of Tzeentch have probably landed here with the idea of attacking this again. I'm hoping that that plague isn't one that hurts us. 2306, it's actually not so bad, considering this army just became a lot more expensive. Novkazi. Dukless Forest. What the hell is this? Oh. Oh. Well, we'll do a cinematic battle for Svetlana, because this will be her first battle. But let's... Ooh, there we go. Frenzy for Warbear Riders. Very nice. Just as the Warbear Riders of this army are about to get a fight. Training complete. Training complete. Let's get some new training up and running then. What were we going to get? Armor for Kislev melee cavalry. Could be pretty useful. You know what? I've been wanting Oblast Scavenger for ages. So I feel like maybe we go for Oblast Scavenger, and then we'll do that after. Now, we really need to steal tech, because this should be at 4, not at 5. Beledna, can you not screw up this time? There you go. There we go, now it's at 4. Just gotta get this back up to over 10 or something. You need to keep stealing tech as well. The chance here, 1. Yeah, you're good. You are good. Zarina Katerin. Mysterious Island. Wait, I think Mysterious Island is not a fight, so you're free to pick this up and then land at Longship Graveyard unless I'm mistaken. Or wait. Yeah, Mysterious Island is not a fight. You're free to be in March stance. And we got a Free Wailing Banner, which is kind of meh, and Press Ganged, which could help if we actually get hurt fighting this. Alright, you'll land at Longship Graveyard next turn. What is Toxfarter doing? I was trying to chase him down earlier. We could try landing here, but I'm willing to bet that he won't fight if we do. Which is kind of a shame. Beledna the Defender, what do we have here? Fell Cargo, that is a fight. So you're gonna move here, gonna grab this. There's only a few things that we want to get. Materials at sea, ideally. Sail to the wreck. Auto-resolve it. Huh, 2 Charybdises. Charybdi. I don't know.
Winter fights with us today.
There we go. Well, those Charybd did die. Let's execute the captives because we'll heal to full in our own waters anyway. And another lost cargo, which is great. Oh, it stacks now. It added the 6 to the 5 we had. That's amazing. I think in game 2 that it didn't stack. It just reset itself, or at least materials at sea did. Interesting. You go into Norden for a turn, and then no, build this while you're at it, and then we'll hit. Wait. Save a turn doing that. We'll hit this next turn, and then we'll sail out and deal with all of that up there. Ataman. What do we have here? A new thing. Banisher or Good Host doesn't really matter. Let's go Banisher, because this place doesn't need to... Oh, actually, it does need to grow, doesn't it? Sylvania's not maxed out. So Good Host, sure. Though Banisher would help, I guess, but, you know, we've already dealt with the corruption in this territory. Next up, Boris. What did... Wait, that's Kairos. Ah, Koias did go here. I suspected that. Can you reach Kairos in one go? Yes, you can. Oh, man. Well, that's nice. Obviously, Marat Fedosov can't fight this. You have to go back to Mist Gorge, which is unlikely to be able to defend itself, unfortunately. Maybe he'll siege this, I'm not sure. It would actually be really helpful if you destroy this unit. Oh, look at this. They've got... Wait, Bloodmaw is dead. We killed Bloodmaw. Huh, they still have some Mournfangs from them. That's swell. I kind of feel bad, but whatever. Non-aggression pact? Yeah, I'm not giving you 12k for that. Never mind. If you want to aggress against us, you're welcome to. See how that works out for you. Alrighty, Uragni. Ah, Darius is here. Okay, wow, we got lots of places where we can fight. We'll have to choose our battle here. I'm leaning towards fighting Kairos with Boris, because Boris hasn't got a proper fight in a while. I was actually going to send Alexander Castina to deal with Koeus, but oh, did you really take Blood Peak? I was going to take Blood Peak. Rude. You should probably go for Mount Crag, so go here, go into Encamp Stance, and then try to move out to Mount Crag. We also need to send some assassins up here, because enemies are, well, blocking and annoying us. Alright, well, taking Mount Crag and then Gorger Rock at the same time will certainly help. You're gonna suffer attrition here, but I don't think we care. This is just a temporary army anyway. Main point is to colonize some free territories. Alrighty, Boris, you'll fight in a second. Let's move everybody else who doesn't need to fight first. Marat Fedosov, well, you have to be here, so that's you. Svetlana Ritzdo. You could go out here and then back to you Frozen Landing. You're not hurt anymore, plus your army just got a lot better. Toxfarter's too weak. Yeah, alright, fine. Grab this, grab the Remnants of Battle, auto-resolve it, and then come back here. I'm probably actually going to replace this army as well. Ooh, upkeep minus 10? Nice. Very nice. It's only on this army, I believe, but that just significantly raised our income for this turn at least. And back to Frozen Landing. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of value of grabbing all of these islands at sea. The AI is certainly not grabbing them, and we've gotten a decent amount of cash. Huh, wait. Wasn't this just at 25 like 2 seconds ago? Apparently not. Well, never mind then. I guess I was seeing things. Now, what are you guys doing? Now that Kugath is in here... Oh, we also have this. Oh, damn. Do we get your debut battle, or do we get Boris fighting Kairos? We only have time for one. You know what, we gotta do this. I've been wanting to get the cavalry army debuting for a while, though you don't have items currently. Do you need items for this one army? I don't think so, because the garrison is here. We'll deal with it later. Let's just have the fight. Unless this guy runs. Hopefully he doesn't run. Oh, he's gonna run. Hopefully we can still reach him. Come on. Oh, we can't reach him? You gotta be kidding me. Well, that means we go after Boris then. Oh, he's probably gonna teleport and go for something else then. Damn, yeah, I should have gotten closer and then ambushed instead. Ah, I should have expected that. And I was so excited about trying out the Cav army, too. Disappointing. Ooh, looks like these guys have lost the Tower of Crack. Forbidden Citadel will probably get attacked. Alright, well, if we're gonna fight, it'll be Boris. We can move the Assassins later. I'm just seeing if there's any other army where we might have a better fight. You could potentially land here, but we all know that Toxfart is just gonna run away instead of fighting. We should also probably get a temporary lord up here to actually take these territories rather than having, like, Svetlana do it. Though I think Tsarina Katrin, because she currently has press ganged, could actually colonize stuff and heal up to full in a single turn. Though I could be wrong. Kinda don't want to risk it with the sheer number of enemies here. Anyway, we'll not move Svetlana, then I guess it's time for Boris to fight Kairos.
Take their head.
Go for it, Boris. I don't know why Kairos decided to move so close, but, well, that's his problem. Alrighty, close victory, battle result, and casualties low. He's got 3 Soul Grinders of Tzeentch, which are pretty damn solid units, especially against Warbear Riders, because they can kill models with every shot, plus Kairos himself. Let's see how this goes for him. Probably not well.
Ursun woke me to keep this world safe. I intend to do so.
Alrighty, here we go. Ooh, I really like this map. It's quite pretty, isn't it? Almost reminds me of, like, Skyrim or something a little bit. But anyway, here we go. Boris is finally gonna get to fight Kairos after all this time, and even after the Realms of Chaos stuff. He's never gotten to face down Kairos. In a one-on-one, though, I mean, stat-wise, 39 and 20 versus 97 and 89 without buffs is pretty ugly. I don't think that he has a prayer to fight Boris in a one-on-one, though some of those stats are deceptive. He's better in melee than he looks, but mostly due to his animations and the barrier and buffs and magic and all that sort of stuff. Oh, we're gonna get that graphical bug again on the units that were standing there, but it's okay. I'm just gonna pretend that these are like, I don't know, bog lights or whatever. Something. Out of all the factions, Tzeentch doing this, you know, wouldn't be all that surprising. Anyway, summoning an elemental bear on top of one of the enemy units of Soul Grinders, just to distract it for as long as possible. We don't want those guys firing their javelins or throwing their magic javelins towards us. Boris has moved completely out in front of his army, gonna get a few hits from the enemy magics, but hopefully Kairos will land and decide to fight him one-on-one. That's the main thing I want out of this battle. Come on, Kairos. Don't be scared. Neither of you be scared. And he's landed. Beautiful. Well, good luck, my friend. You're gonna need it here. Even with other units helping you out. Ooh, and we popped the Frost Blades on top of Boris. Oh, that's a nice shot. That's a very nice shot. I need more sync animations, especially with, like, weapons just, like, knocking each other away, but I think you'd have to account for too many different weapon types. Anyway, currently the enemy is at 3944 with the buffs that he has, and he's popping that Oracle of Eternity to reduce the damage taken by 44%, though his barrier is on the way down. Boris, in the meantime, look at those frickin' stats. 1.1k weapon strength, 121 and 113 on the melee attack and defense, plus, well, basically every stat is super high. Obviously, the weapon strength doesn't match somebody like Nakari or Skarbrand, but that's still pretty damn insane, and that's a lot of buffs he's got going on at the same time. So once again, good luck to Kairos. We'll see how he fares. In the meantime, the rest of the enemy army is not yet quite here, not yet arrived. We've also separated our war sleds from each other and have supported each one with a Warbear Rider unit. I figured if we had the chance, we could peel those away and head them towards the enemy Soul Grinders, or otherwise any Lords of Change or big units that we run into. Fortunately, it looks like the enemy Lord of Change is going to try to land here among our Zargard or Warbear Riders while we start moving the rest of our army forward shortly. We are getting bombarded, however, and there we go, he is landed. gonna be fighting our Patriarch as well as our Frostmaiden at the same time, with that weird graphical bug, while the Warbear Riders finally charge in. Can't be taking any more of those hits from the enemy ranged units. Over on both flanks, the same exact thing is happening with our war sleds charging into the enemy horrors and getting help from the Warbear Riders that were escorting those units as well. Our bombardment of the enemy Soul Grinders continues, though now the Elemental Bear is done for, and we'll start having to take shots from them, though they are in a fairly bad location because of the trees that are probably going to be in the way. In the meantime, Boris continues fighting Kairos, and it's looking like Kairos has taken a little bit of damage, 20% or so, and Boris is fine so far. Though unfortunately it looks like Kairos has drawn in some Forsaken to help him out against Boris. Coward. Or should I say cowards? Two heads, both of them a coward. Alrighty, here come the Tzar Guard to help out their Tzar. The Warbear Riders continue fighting, and just before the Tzar Guard get here, Kairos is now at half HP, while Boris is being distracted by the enemy Forsaken. So yeah, he doesn't have a wing, and he certainly doesn't have a prayer. Or at least he won't have a wing much longer. Looks like we managed to do a good job to tie up all the enemy horrors, though it looks like also the enemy Soul Grinders have moved into melee to help out against the Warbear Riders, which I suppose is a little bit of concern. Both of our, well, Little Groms are targeting this one Soul Grinder, but haven't actually managed to dish out enough damage for it to be worthwhile as yet, unfortunately. Judging by that shot, it looks like the Soul Grinder's trying to focus down our Patriarch, who is moving in here and is going to be able to be adding Salyak's Lullaby and that charge bonus, though I think at this point Kairos is just trying to get the heck out of here. He's at, what, 20%, 15% HP, and Boris is going to chase him down as well. Lovely. All under Heart of Winter at the same time. Oh, a Heart of Winter and the enemy casting as well at the same time. Nice. A little bit of a competition. Ooh, and that Tzeentchian Doombolt, whatever it's called, coming down, but Kairos coming down as well. There we go. Sorry, buddy. And the center of the battlefield is ours, and oh, just as Kairos gets brought down, the entire army decides, nope, his magics were the only thing anchoring us to the material plane, and thus the entire army is gone. Yeah, I think we got a lot of mileage or value out of our war sleds this time around. They didn't do a lot of range damage, but each one managed to tie up between 1 and 2 units of horrors, preventing essentially half the enemy army from fighting on each of these sides, while the center got absolutely obliterated by, well, Boris leading the charge and then the Warbear Riders. We didn't really get to deal with the enemy Soul Grinders, but it seems that despite the fact that there are still 3 on the field, with Kairos dead, they refuse to fight any longer. I'm really glad we got this fight, and I'm really glad we got to see just how much, just how superior Boris is towards against Kairos in battle. Though, of course, Kairos is a caster demon, but still. And there we go, last of the Soul Grinders falling in the woods, surrounded by bears, as it should be, and the battle is done. Just gonna speed it up a little bit. Looks like one of the Forsaken was trying to run away, I guess, but I guess that didn't really matter. There we go, unsurprisingly, a decisive victory. I think our only real damage was to a couple of our units of Tzar Guard that took damage from various ranged units, or might have been from casts or something else. Well, let's see what the actual damage was, shall we? Alrighty, there we go. Kairos themselves rather, getting absolutely wrecked in melee combat by Boris, and the rest of the fight really was nothing to write home about. Pretty much all the damage came from Kairos casting spells and a little bit from the flamers, but otherwise not a single Warbear Rider killed, no heavy war sleds damaged, just some of those Tzar Guards, so perfectly fine. We could heal up, but honestly, there's no need to, because we're... Wait, we're not in friendly territory, are we? Actually, there is a need. You know what? Heal up.
Can use more hands.
heal up because, well,
Ursus himself.
here's the question. Are you trying to move to take Yeti Peak? We need to take Yeti Peak ourselves because there's iron there. We also need to go after Koeus, but, well... Man, watch. I feel like he's not going to go for Mistgorge. He's just going to jump over this and go for Firemouth instead. Though, Firemouth will have defenses next turn. At least better than it had before, so perhaps it'll be okay. Anyway, there's probably a few buildings to build, though we no longer have much time left in this episode. Let's just do what we can in terms of admin. And then next episode we'll start off by having Uragni attack Darius, or whoever's nearby. Or was it Red Olgor? Darius, I think, might have went to somewhere else. Yeah, no, it is indeed Darius. Okay. Troll Country, let's get you a farm, and that's about it for the buildings today. Let's just make sure that the assassins have done their jobs as well. Assassin 1. Anybody to assassinate here? Ah, Hargroth Crow, brother. Still alive. This guy's been alive here for a while, and he's been annoying us. Please die. There we go. Oh, and right, we got that didn't see that coming trait for Boris, which is really quite swell and something we've been wanting. So, pretty helpful, especially when fighting against Tzeentch, which is, you know, a big part of what we're doing right now. Go after an Arath. I really need this guy dead. You have the increased action success chance. Oh no, you don't because you're not a Frost Maiden. Ah, but it didn't matter that time because he's finally dead, and with that kill, you have earned your immortality. Lovely.
I must repent.
Well done, assassin. We can't do anything about this. Let's see if there's any more assassins to move. You. Well, I guess you're moving out here. I don't see any enemy agents. I would like to see what's going on here in your Hanyu port, though, if there's any other territories or whether this is the only one. I'm very tempted to send Boris out here to take it and just give it to the Burning Wind Nomads for free, because I feel like this thing being here is essentially a choke point that's preventing them from retaking some of the Cathayan Desert, and I'm perfectly happy allowing them to do so. Granted, there's a few spices and furs here which we might want to grab, but I probably think that we want to hold the Great Bastion ourselves as well. But otherwise, let them take the desert and rebuild Cathay as best they can. Anyway, Assassin, you can't do anything, because if you tried, you would actually... Failure is a fairly high % chance, but the wounded % chance is pretty low here, despite this. You could try again. Well, if he dies, he dies. You're immortal, right? Yeah, you're 22, so you're fine.
The non-believers.
It didn't succeed, but it's okay. It's okay, at least you tried. And then we have the last assassin, who is also not exhausted and is also nearly ready for immortality. If you could kill the counter, you would be immortal. And you did manage it, beautiful. Alright, the assassins are really doing good work today. Alright, immortality for you, and I think that's about it. Tech thieves don't need to move, money never needs to move. Vladimir Talov... I was gonna have you grab Blood Peak, but these guys did it. We could try to start moving you towards Yeti Peak. You know what? Yeah, start moving this way. Maybe cap a couple of these locations. With Boris. That's you, Svetlana Stefanovich. I don't know what we're going to do with you yet, so we're going to leave this to next episode, and I believe that is it now. Mart Fedosov has to stay where he is, and Uragni is going to kick off the next episode, or the start of the next episode, by fighting Darius and his massive amount of Chaos Warriors of Khorne here, which will contrast nicely with that previous battle against the massive amounts of Bloodletters. It works for me. We'll see how that works out for Uragni. Stay tuned for more bears. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.